What's up, guys? Jeremy here, your favorite reselling coach. Hey, one perk of the reselling business. It is an amazing play on inflation for a couple reasons. One, the inventory you buy, the stuff that you're going to sell. Let's say we have crazy inflation. What just happened? The value of your inventory went up. I remember consciously thinking about this when I started scaling up significantly in 2022. I mean, I was just buying truckload after truckload of inventory, and I knew it was going to take me a while to sell it, but I bought things that they weren't like tech items, so they weren't going to, go out of style or become like defunct in some way. Like, they had great store of value intrinsically, but I knew, like, if it takes me a year or two to sell all this stuff, like, great. If prices are going to go up in the store, that means the price and the value of my inventory is going to go up. And so it's just a great hedge against inflation, particularly if it's like you're thinking about keeping cash in the bank or keeping cash in your mattress or in some high yield savings account that's still barely higher than inflation. Like, why not have your dollars in assets that are appreciating in value because of inflation? But also, I'm not saying go buy a bunch of stuff brand new from the store and then just hope it goes up in value. I'm saying if you're buying stuff for 70-80% off retail in 2022 or in 2024 and inflation goes up, like, that's just all the more margin you already have on the item. So you don't have to be in a rush to sell anything because you have this amazing inflation hedge. You don't have to be stressed about inflation. And here's the other reason why you don't have to be stressed about inflation, or why the reselling business is a great business in an inflationary environment, is that inflation hurts what? It hurts the consumer's purchasing power. And if people don't have as much money to spend because everything costs more and inflation's grown faster than wages have grown, you know what more and more people are going to need to do? They're not going to just stop wanting things. No, they're going to have to find ways to get things for cheaper. AKA, there will be more people that are buying off of Facebook Marketplace, that are buying used, that are buying liquidation, that are buying from Goodwill even. Like, it's not necessarily preferable. Like, if you're a reseller and you're in a bull market, great times, everyone has plenty of money to spend, like, you can probably make more money in that environment than you can in one where people's purchasing power is really suffering. Like, the ceiling is higher the more money people have to spend, but the floor is so stable, it's so high, because if people are strapped for cash, yeah, there's going to be some customers that won't buy from you that would have in better times, but there's going to be all these higher, middle class, upper middle class customers that are going to buy from you in hard times that might not have really bought from you during good times because they would have just gotten it new from the store. So it's a great inflationary play to be in the reselling business. It is a secure business to be in from that perspective. A really high floor operation, and certainly a high ceiling operation as well, but I'll save that for another video. But I want to keep this one short and sweet. It's pretty simple to understand. But having, there is a safety and a financial security at play in starting a reselling business, because they're intrinsically, you don't need to have a bunch of overhead with the business. You don't need to have any overhead at all. Like, inventory could be your only cost if you want it to be. And so with that, and maybe some shipping costs if you want to count that, but obviously there's revenue that's associated with that shipping cost. Regardless, it's a very safe It's a very safe business to start. It's almost impossible to lose money, particularly if you have someone walking you through how to do it well. Um, and that's unique. That's unique. Most businesses, there's a pretty good amount of overhead, which means there's a monthly cash burn that is requiring you to earn a certain level of revenue at a certain pace. And if you don't, like, the clock's ticking. And with reselling, like, you're chilling and you're selling. You're chilling and you're selling. And you don't have to stress about inflation really at all, because it works in your favor just as much as it may hurt you. It helps you. And so um, it's great to have some Dyson vacuums and or whatever it is you have, ride-on vehicles, drones, like all these things, computer monitors. You're like, and then you look at the price and you're like, oh man, I need to update my listing. These go for 50% more in the store than they did 2 years ago when I listed this. That's awesome. I'm glad I didn't rush into selling this. I gotta sell this in 2 weeks. Like, no, just get stuff at great values and let it sell. Let it sell. I mean, you don't have to hold stuff for 2 years, but if it's this big, like, it's not taking up space, just don't be in a rush. Don't be in a rush to sell things. Inflation's there for you. It's helping you. All right, that's all I got for y'all. I'll talk to y'all soon.